All right. It's 2020 and Yuri and Bruce are still going strong. And this is
We
gonna
are in
be
a guest room right now.
a random video. No, anything you guys want to talk about is cool. And yeah, here we are in our guest room right here. Nice. Hey, weren't we supposed to do that?
Terrarium.
Yeah, weren't we supposed to fix that today? Or is it today or when are we gonna do it?
I was thinking of, yeah, maybe we should clean it up and then put some rocks on it. This is actually already like lizardy. I can see the
Lizardy?
bone of a lizard over
Yeah,
here that's dead.
there's so many lizards in there, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Can we even open? Wow, this window is infested, baby.
Yeah, it is. I wouldn't open that for you. This thing is like we have a window well, it's full of lizards. Oh, damn. This one doesn't have as many giant wolf spiders in it. The other one does. This one has a few. Hey guys, how's it going? We
I don't
got
think we need to clean this, baby. And why don't we just put the rock on it?
Gabriel, how you doing? Kumusta na ko? Kumusta? Kumusta na po? Get Lost Blogs. What's going on, man? We're supposed to do a video with Get Lost Blogs.
Oh yes, what happened to
damn,
that?
I forgot.
Hey, can you email us?
Hey Trucker, how you doing, man? Mr. Worldwide, how you doing? Bronx in the house smoking a fat cigar for y'all. um, Derek F, how you doing, man? KP55. Thank you guys for all your support. Appreciate y'all. Matt, he said, my bad. I forgot to hit y'all up. Yeah, I forgot too, man. We've been pretty busy lately, though, right?
Yes.
We've been having a lot of stuff going on. But, and here's one of the things. One of the projects was to get this bed. What a pain in the ass that was.
Oh my god.
Get that bed.
That's ridiculous.
Let's see. Who else we got on here? Wow, 12 people already. You smoke cigars? On occasion, like when I go home with my boys, I used to, like that was a while ago though. They smoke those Swisher Sweets, like those cheap black people cigars. Yeah, I'll smoke every now and then, but it's pretty rare. It's like special occasions. Me and Yuri will do like shisha sometimes. So, but it's Colorado, so I can smoke anything I want in Colorado.
Oh no, this is
You
nothing.
can smoke drugs here if you want. Get Lost said, ew, gotta smoke them Dutch Masters. Really? I don't know nothing about cigars, guys. All I know is one time though, I'll start smoking those Swisher Sweets so much I start getting addicted to them.
What?
They're these little cheap cigars you get from the store, and we was like get together and smoke them. Like I kept smoking them. Then I found out it was the equivalent of like a whole pack of cigarettes.
One of it?
Yeah, no, like one cigar is worth like 5 or 6 cigarettes, and I was smoking them like back to back. And I was like, oh man, I gotta stop this. I gotta stop. So I stopped. Now we just do like shisha every now and then.
Even shisha has some nicotine.
Yeah, I can even feel myself getting addicted to those too, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you could really get addicted to that.
Get Lost Blog says, how could you smoke swishers with no trees? Man, that must have been a stressful time, Bruce. Nah, I was just messing around, man. My friends back home, when I got back from the military, they were like into them. They're like, oh man, you gotta smoke some of these Swisher Sweets, you know, and I started smoking them with them, and we would just do it like while we are out hanging out or at a club or something like that. Or just to get like a little buzz, a little high, you know, and then that was it. Yuri's over here working while we're, as usual, look at her. She can't stop moving. Look at this. The Yuri cam. She cannot ever stop moving.
Okay. I'm gonna sit for 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Okay, when we go upstairs or what? Okay.
Okay, I'll have coffee then. Let's go upstairs.
You do not need coffee. Gabriel says, I enjoy smoking on the ooh on that ooh wee.
Ooh
uh,
wee.
for
What's up with
420.
that?
Yeah, I can't smoke that. I do too many. I do cybersecurity, and they're always like testing us and stuff. So I don't. I've never even tried it before. Believe it or not. And I'm from Cali, man. I'm from a place like from where I'm from. It's so liberal. I could have started. My mom offered me some. She was like, "That's how crazy it is." But
Okay.
I never really tried it.
We
So
need to put like some kitchenette over here, baby.
yeah, that's gonna be dope right there. Check this out, guys. We got look. Check this out. We got like a little workout
Oh
area.
yes. Hold on.
Look at that. We got a gym
We got a
over
gym
here. It
over.
looks kind of jacked up right now. But look at this. Look at that. We got a gym. We're gonna put like a little kitchenette over here. We got a computer room over here. Yeah, we
And
gotta
a living
check this out.
room.
We got a whole like little
Second
gaming
living
area over here to chill out. This is all in the basement.
This is
It's
just
kind
a
of dope.
basement.
I kind of like it. It takes me some getting used to, but all right, going up the stairs.
I need to make it into like a
Wee.
space
What's
where
up with
I can
that?
actually hang
What's
out.
up with that?
In the morning.
Wee. You bought a new house? Yeah, we moved a while ago. Like how many months has it been so far?
6 months.
6 months ago we moved, so it's been pretty busy. Been big changes happening for us.
Yeah.
6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's been a huge change. Where like you should see like one of these days I'll show like the area. You watch some of our other videos, look, you'll see the whole area, like where we live and stuff. But I should probably show like more of it. I'll share some with you. But yeah, we got a new place. We rented out our old house. Wow, I'm sold on real estate, y'all. I'm sold, man. It's doing well. I'm gonna buy more property as soon as I can. Scott says, "Hey, you guys, I've started watching y'all content on my way in a couple of months to find my Panay." Yeah, Scott, hit me up, man. I got a lot of things to tell you, man. It's wow, what an amazing opportunity that you have once you start this road, man. Like, not necessarily just the Philippines, but just broadening your horizons to like look outside the U.S.
True.
Just for the pure sake of like having a bigger pool of people, it's enlightening, man. Especially when you go overseas, it's so different. It's gonna really open up your mind to the world. And you can ask any of these guys, man. They'll tell you what's up. TBE Trucking says, "What's up, bro? How you doing, man?" Gabriel says, "You brought a new house. I love your new house. Thanks, Charity, man. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you, guys. I love having more space.
Said new crib looking fat. Congratulations to you guys, man. It wasn't easy, man. It wasn't easy." Scott said,
really nice.
"I've been binge watching y'all stuff, so I'm excited. Thanks, man. Man, you know who else you can check out? Big shout out to Black American expat. He's really good. He's there. He was living there for like a few years. Who else could you watch? He's real positive. Raw TV is a real good channel to check out if you're talking about going to the Philippines. JLB, he's a pretty positive dude.
Sit beside me, babe.
He's from Australia. Who else did they watch about expats who are in the Philippines? Anybody else you recommend? How about Philippine foreigner in the Philippines? He's pretty.
Oh yeah.
They're pretty.
His content is really.
Yeah, you just want to stay away from the like more negative stuff. There's a lot of like negative expats. They're like super. Their mindsets is pretty. It's pretty negative. I would stay away from that kind of stuff. But there's some real positive people who. Another one is Bobby D. Bobby Dix, he's over there. He's a real positive.
You just can't get sucked in. When you're in a country that's not wealthy like the United States, you gotta expect that there's more obstacles, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like the US where it's
Get Lost Vlogs is another one. He's who's here right now. You want to check his blog out. Real positive dude, talking about the Philippines and stuff, and was living there. Andy, oh boy.
that's exactly what I see.
Hey Barry,
Oh
Brian,
gosh.
Bruce. Man, why can't you just show genuine love? Why you always gotta sneak diss me? It's always dissing people. Dr. Mike and Black Filipino. Yeah, I don't really watch those guys. But Black American Expat, I watch him.
I did watch a couple
Um,
of Black Filipino.
I don't know. It's kind of different mindset, but yeah, you could check him out. And then
Dr. Mike, we don't really follow him.
yeah, don't really follow him. I've done an interview with him once. Um, Another person to watch out for is
Did you do an
HT
interview with-
Logistics, who he's a trucker, and most of his content's about trucking and stuff, especially starting your own business trucking. But he does some positive content of when he'll travel to the Philippines, and he'll like go check out food and restaurants and stuff like that, and real positive dude too.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr.
Andy,
Worldwide.
I have a girl for you. Hit me up. Are we like a dating hookup now?
That's Mr. Worldwide. He's doing that, not us. We
Uh.
got nothing to do with that endorsement. Get Lost Vlog says, hey, which email should I get contact with you guys again? Oh, okay. Man, if I wasn't such an old man, I could figure out how to like text you right here. No, Yuri. Let me see if I can figure out how to chat from here. Look at that. Wow. Okay, well, I guess I won't be I guess I won't be chatting. There used to be a feature where I could just chat right from here, but it's anyways, Bruce Brown, one word, Bruce Brown FTW at gmail.com. So thanks for the thumbs up, guys. Appreciate that. 16 people watching. We haven't been as active on this channel. We just had a lot of stuff going on, man, lately.
Yeah.
And let me see. Yuri, looking good. LOL, Bruce. Mr. Worldwide says, trying to get Andy on a plane. Yeah, good luck with that.
Right? I mean,
Good
how
luck with
many
that,
times
buddy.
have we been in and out of the country?
Yeah.
And Andy is still here. I mean, when are you gonna go to the Philippines?
Yeah, why you stop being a hater and go to the Philippines? Get Lost Vlog says, gotcha. I'll go to my email right now actually. And Anthony says, hi, I'll be going to
Cebu.
soon. Awesome.
Have fun, Anthony.
Congrats on the new house. Thanks.
Thank you.
Cebu was one of the best times of my life when I met you.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
There's so much things to do, and then you can go island hopping, and you can oh wow, my eyes have like less eye bags. You gotta try this eye serum, baby. I mean,
that ain't gonna help me. It
eye
ain't gonna help
collagen.
46.
Yeah, because like my eye bags is not that
Ain't
bad.
gonna help me. But thanks.
I'm just like, ooh, my eyes looks.
Oh, there's nothing in this coffee.
Yes, it's just water.
Why does it taste like curry?
What? No.
Scott says, hey
Is
y'all,
that
don't stay.
window shopper that never
Don't
buys
stay gone long. Y'all sent me
anything?
in a drought. Andy is that window shopper that never buys anything. Yes, fellow
Really?
traveler. That's exactly.
Oh
Andy
my
is a freaking window shop. Then he'll jump on other people's YouTube channels and diss them. They're like, Andy, dude, you're not even in the Philippines. Like, why are you dissing people?
Congratulations, success, Bruce and your. Thank you, Gen T3.
Thank you. Mike Giles, he says, hi, fam. You two are looking well. Thank you. We're feeling well. Feeling good, man.
Feeling weight.
Andy says, we got a 2-week vacation saved from work. You work? You have a job, Andy?
So
Yeah, my fiance is from there. Oh, Cebu? Oh man, I love Cebu, man. Wait, where's Anthony say? Oh, Cebu, okay. I love Cebu, man. I love the people.
I only diss you because you're family. Didn't you see Andy in another? Was he in Black Expat?
I guess everybody's family because you diss everybody. Yeah, you're dissing a whole bunch of people. Um, you two do any skiing in beautiful Colorado? You should take Yuri. I've never been skiing.
Right.
Yuri's been trying to talk me into it, but I told her black people don't ski.
That's just a generalization, baby.
If
Do
you're
you
black,
know anybody who ski?
I don't know a single black person who skis.
Have you heard anybody who's a?
Never in my life have I heard of a black person who straps sticks to his feet and goes down hills in the snow.
You know, baby, we should go to Aspen.
Facts.
Facts. Oh god.
Nah, I love Colorado Springs. It's dope here. I really love it. See what I'm saying?
Oh, so this is actually facts?
Yeah. I know black people who swim.
Dipsy said, fill me in. What did I miss here, Andy? We're talking about skiing.
Don't ski, but I love those trees. He's talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't smoke. I would like to try it one of these days. Maybe when I'm no longer doing cybersecurity stuff.
Dwayne said, how are you all doing today? We're doing great. Oh, you know what Mr. Worldwide said? I ski.
Really? You're the first black person I know who said that.
And Anthony back it up saying, they right, we don't. We just had a 5 versus 1 right now.
I'm just stating facts, y'all. Yuri doesn't water ski and Bruce doesn't snow ski. Have you ever water skied before?
No, not yet.
Mm.
I mean, I think I never just got the chance. But
You
now
would-
that we're
you
in
would do it?
Colorado, I'm not a fan
I might try
of
it.
the extreme cold.
Yeah, that I might try skiing before I would like to do it before I leave Colorado.
But
Because one of our
we
friends
need
is supposed to
to
come up
try
here.
it.
Yeah, I'm not closing it. You know, I'm not saying I will never do it, but it's like I just don't know. You know what I mean? I just never.
Without
never
a
did.
friend, my husband would do it. Without
just
a
never-
companion going there, he won't do it like voluntarily.
I will definitely never water ski. That's out. But skiing in the snow, maybe. I've had friends like ask me if I want to ski. I'm like, no. And then one friend asked me, he's like, hey man, you want to snowshoe? And Yuri's like, snowshoe? What does that even mean? And I said, that's when you like walk out in the snow. I'm like, I don't even like snow. I don't like the cold. I don't like snow. I don't want to get my feet wet. Like, I just don't want to. In the military, I did a lot of snowshoeing because I was forced to do it. So I
Really?
don't want to do it for fun. Yeah, like you got to go out and work in the snow and stuff. But in snowshoeing, you put these like tennis ball rackets on your feet and then you walk out in the snow. I don't know how it works. Share your trips with Yuri. She is too skinny.
Share your chips.
Yeah, she is too skinny. Andy said, you have a girl out there worldwide. He's just messing with you,
I
And
had such fond memories of outdoor activities in Colorado.
I am
I
in
am in
Florida.
Florida. We have no snow, only
I think I would prefer
only hail.
I would prefer the weather in Florida than cold weather. I'm not a fan of cold weather at all. I've been to Vail, Colorado a few times.
Vail is
Yeah, we went to
beautiful.
Vail last year. We just checked it out, like rolled through it.
Oh, we should go to Aspen,
It
baby.
looks like a theme park.
Yeah, it is.
When was the last time you guys were in the Philippines? 2 months ago?
A few months ago, like
Yeah.
4 months ago.
Yeah, go check it out. We got a video of us in the Philippines. Well, Yuri mostly in the Philippines. I was only there to see her parents, family. So we went straight to Thailand. But yeah, we were there for a little bit together. Yuri was there for like a couple weeks, so she went to like Palawan and was going island hopping, and we got some videos of it. Actually, we got some videos we haven't even released yet that we should put up.
What I want to show though is like what happened. One of the people who follow us was asking what happened to our properties, and then we can just do a compilation and show it. But I wanna
These guys are cracking me.
regulate it, like not show
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah.
building permits, you know.
Yeah, I understand. Let me see. I'm kind of going through some. I went when we were there. Okay, and 11.
You got a girl? Yes, I do.
Breckenridge is nice.
Yeah, I
It
love
is very
Breckenridge.
nice.
I love Breckenridge. It's so beautiful. Did you see how excited Yuri was when she saw me? uh,
Scott says, "You're not supposed to be a fan of cold, you black Bruce." Amen.
Arco, hi.
Delgian Max says, "Thank you, Yuri and Bruce. You guys helped me to not be scammed." Amen.
You're
Always-
welcome, Dojin.
Yeah, always glad to help people out with that madness. But just Dojin, like, don't be discouraged, man. That's the worst thing that you could do is be discouraged by a few bad people, because there's a lot of good, awesome, incredible people in the Philippines, man. I mean, if it was in the Philippines, there's some great people. So don't be discouraged by the few bad ones that are there.
Yeah, it's
Bad
not
people
like
everywhere.
It's
Yeah, mostly, like when you find a good one, man, like there's just such really, really great, genuine people there, and the culture is amazing. So don't let it discourage you from keep trying. Yuri and Bruce, you missed a great birthday party last night.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, sorry about that, Art, man. We've been pretty busy over here.
Did he send you an email? I was thinking about that.
He on our last live he invited us, but we were on our way somewhere at that time.
Yeah, but we were here. Well, I was pretty tired last night. But
Yeah, we work.
have.
We both work full time, man. So, but we'll meet one of these days for sure. Mr. Worldwide says Yuri Bruce, not that you care, but KC is going to the Super Bowl. You're right, I don't care.
Who's Casey?
Kansas City. I don't. Is that what it is? The Chiefs? I don't know. Kansas City Chiefs or something. I don't know. Who are they playing against in the Super Bowl? Gabriel says, "I hate the cold, man. Me too. Amen to that. I miss cold weather. I'm from New York. God. Yeah, New York has that wet cold, huh? It gets really cold there. Sent you guys my email, by the way. Okay. All right, we'll check that out.
That wet cold is colder. It's way colder.
Gabriel said, "How is your sister-in-law, Bruce? She's cute." I'll divert that question to Yuri.
She is.
How is
fine.
she? Check her out, man. Go check out Purple Shadow. She's got a whole Yuri, a whole channel. So you can go there and like send her a message. I'm sure she's gonna read it. So talk back. Andy said, "Bruce, truthfully, you are a good guy. I hold your channel in high regard still. You've helped me a lot. You've helped a lot of people get a new life. Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
What's that?
How's your Patreon treating you guys? It's okay. You know, we just
That's
put like a
okay. It's
little
not like
extra content on there that we can't put. It's just an outlet for us to put things that we can't put here
yeah.
on there. You know, that's the main reason we do it.
Yeah, I mean it's not even for
It's to
like
filter out
yeah, we just there's
like
stuff
this
that we
is
can't really talk in YouTube at all.
yeah. It's just
That
unfortunately, you
yeah.
know, this is how it is. That's one of the things about this channel we were just talking about is that I can't. What frustrates me is I feel like I can't say the stuff I want to say, and because of that, I'm like really apprehensive about posting anymore because people are so like either they're too sensitive, I don't want to hurt their feelings, or there's some personal things I would love to talk about and make a whole video series about, but that stuff is I'm still going through that stuff right now. And then there's certain people who actually we know in the local vicinity who are assholes and follow us around and hate on us.
I just did not wanna. Yeah, I
So
mean,
there's
as you
multiple
can see,
reasons
we
why.
did post like a couple of videos. Just when was it? A week ago, I posted a video, but we don't really show. I love the drone shots. You know, whenever we're doing drone shots from our house or from places we go to,
Yeah.
that was really fun for me. Like I didn't even care if there's very few people who like it because I love it because it's so artistic, it's very beautiful, it's so scenic, but
We just gotta be careful
we
about
had to change it.
showing our location and stuff like that because people are crazy. 4 years of traveling to the Philippines, I meet my current Filipina here in the U.S. Go figure. I will take her and her son with me on this trip to the Philippines. That's great. Mr. Worldwide said the winner of the
And
Packers and
49ers.
49ers game. Oh, okay. So Packers and 49ers have to play. Whoever wins that is going to fight Kansas City Chiefs, huh?
Wow, so Kansas City is up there now? Hate cold weather and the wind so annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Amen.
The cold with wind.
I gotta work. I gotta work in it, and I hate it.
CebuWomen.com gives tours and events.
That's cool. Have you ever heard of this 2-week tour? Is that a site or I've never heard of that.
I don't know, but how much does it cost?
Charlie Sullivan says Tennessee lost. Dang. What's up with you guys? We're doing all right. 2-week tour to Cebu to meet Filipino women.
Women. I think I know what it is. Is it like you? They have that kind of like they have women, kind of like an addition, and you select which one you want.
Is that like a dating
Yeah.
service?
Mm-hmm.
That has potential. That's a pretty good idea if it's not a scam. I'm so freaking skeptical, man. People are so sensitive nowadays on social media. Yeah, I'm saying.
Right?
So sensitive, man.
And it's like, what can you say to where people won't be offended? Like, so you can't voice your opinion anymore.
It's just an opinion. Like, the way I treat it is like, if I really don't like someone, like, let's say a Nazi, like, there's a channel that has Nazis on it. I'm just not going to watch it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to try to shut them down. Like, that's their free. That's how much free speech I think you should be able to have. If I'm not even going to, I'm not going to give them any time of day. Like, if they have views that I don't agree with, I'm just not going to watch it. That's different from discrimination. Like I'm all about free speech, but some people are so sensitive. It's not like they're gonna shut us down for voicing our opinion, but there's so many trolls that it makes it that it's not even worth it's not worth going through it. You know what I mean? So, and then we, like I said, there's some stuff going on. So maybe when that stuff blows over, I'll feel more free about what I can say. Um, King African says, "What about them Chiefs?
What's Chiefs?
Kansas City Chiefs." Andy says, "True. Is Dipsy the same African queen as before?" Yep, that's her.
Yes.
Chiefs baby in Miami. Dave says they have a YouTube channel.
Who?
I don't know what he's talking about. Dave, who has a YouTube channel? Dojin says, yeah, it's on YouTube. It's a dating tour. Oh, the dating tour is on. Okay. I'm meeting mine upon my arrival. That's cool, man. Your dating service is being boots on the ground in the Philippines and a smile. So that's pretty dope. Like you go there and then you meet that person. You meet them in person. But what if you meet somebody else while you're there though? Then what happens? I guess you're not. You just.
Well, for me, I'm not. So, okay. If you're like there and then you're like, ooh, you have 10, 1, 2, 3, 4 beautiful women lining up. Of course, they're gonna show their best at that day.
Kind of.
And at that moment.
But I think if you work it right, like if you talk to them before you get there, or you spend time, like a few months, talking to them, getting to know them, and then when you go there, maybe that has potential.
So how would you know that you would really get along with a person?
That's what I'm saying. Like you meet them, you talk online with them for like a year.
Well, that's not how it goes in that kind of service.
You meet them in person. I'm saying if that's part of it, then that would be cool.
I'm like, okay, what's the guarantee that you select the person and she likes you too? What if
there's no guarantee?
What if they're just like, oh, okay, I'm selected. Yay, okay, USA.
Well, that's why it's really important to get to know. So regardless of the case, like if you do that service, just make sure you get to know them. You know what I mean? Like, don't just trust the face. Like, get to know them and see if that's the kind of person.
Because you don't really have a connection. Like all you see is how beautiful the person is.
Right.
Like.
Dipsy says people are such babies nowadays. It's like you gotta babysit them. Yeah, I agree with that. Much love to you guys. Thanks, man. Dojin says they have match dating games. Oh, speed dating, so you can meet all the women. I thought that was illegal there.
Apparently not. Yeah, I remember one of my friends went to an event like that, but it's just like, what if the person selecting you don't really like?
What if they're good for just that day?
Yeah,
that's why you gotta give it time. Dave says they have a bunch of women for a meet and greet. Then you pick the one who you like. Oh yeah. I thought that was
But in a dating site, when you're picking somebody and they don't like you, they just browse, and they respond to you if you have a potential. But in a dating, in that kind of, you're the only one selecting whom you like.
Oh really? Oh, that's
And if I'm the girl, because that's what they're there for, is to be selected. And I'm like, okay. I mean, just how it works for
guys.
Not necessarily that they would be attracted to you.
Still lining up. Some of these Filipinos do not care if you're taken. They definitely don't care if you're taken. That's a fact. That is a fact.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't when we used to be in Cebu, baby, and they'd be talking to you, even though they just seen us walking together, and then you happen to go outside.
Yeah, if I was walking down the street
water
by myself, especially in some parts of Cebu, They were. It was like an attack, man.
One time you were like, baby, you're running back.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
That was so
I would
funny.
like if they're coming this way and I'm coming this way. I would just go across the street. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go. Sometimes they would cross the street. I'm like
Jason.
no, thanks. You know,
Yeah.
because you know if it's that like fast, then it's obvious what they're wanting to do. You know what I mean? No, I'm not interested.
I'm
In
just
that.
trying to solicit for money
Yeah,
and for like, quick sex
or
in
something.
exchange for money.
Yeah. Mike says, I can relate, fellow traveler. I went to the Philippines 4 times in a span of 3 years, and after I gave up looking, I went. I
I
met
met my Pinay girlfriend here in the US at work.
a.
Turn out there's a Pinay that's already here, and
Mhm.
you my experience worldwide. First learn the culture.
Exactly.
Spend 10 years traveling back and forth. Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, culture is very important.
Super.
And
To
see if you
understand.
like it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's acceptable, because it's very different.
Because I'll tell you guys something. I went to Japan first. I just happened to be having a business over in Japan,
Yeah.
and I was like, damn, you know, maybe I was done with my marriage and stuff, was moving on, and went to Japan, met this lady, and like the culture. I've always liked like some of the pop culture stuff that comes over here. When I went there, I was like, wow, you know, I'm really gonna like it. I started learning Japanese and stuff, and you know, it's so different that the culture was not compatible with what I want from a relationship. They're kind of cold and kind of like they don't express feelings and stuff. Not all, but just the culture doesn't. It's not conducive to like showing feelings and stuff. And I was like, I don't know if I could like really. This is not good for me personally, a long term relationship if this person can't open up. And so that was not compatible with me. So you got to make sure that you know the culture. Um, Looks like the last thing you should base a relationship on. Looks, yeah, for sure. It's the last thing. Then my friend who's part Japanese, my buddy grew up in Okinawa and knows uh, fluent Japanese. And I was telling him, I was like, man, at the time, my girlfriend was like, she's kind of cold, you know. I'm like, not like, what's going on with that? And he told me, hey, man, that's how it is. He says, even my mom, I love my mom, but we rarely say like, I love you or any of that. I was like, really? And he just started breaking the culture down to me. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's not cool. So you got to know the culture, man. Did you hear the Chiefs won? Wow, Japan. Hey Bruce, can I still message you on Facebook? I'm not really on Facebook much, man, but you can send me messages. I don't know if I'll see it.
Instagram.
I don't look at any of that stuff. But if you can contact me on either email. I'm always on my email. I'm not a fan of Facebook at all, man. I get so many like random
Facebook is
stupid
just
messages that
it's
I know there's good people reaching out, but there's so much garbage that I just can't.
I can't pass through the
Yeah, I can't
garbage
get through
anymore.
the flood of garbage I've been getting over the last year.
And like I literally turned off my Facebook too.
Get Lost says, what if the personality is good, but the Panay is Busaru?
But punani is
Busara.
basura. But the
Nani. Oh.
is trash. And it's like it can't be. I mean, someone it can't be that.
Gotta test it out. Gotta take it for a test drive, buddy.
Well, you gotta have some of both, like have good personality and the other things.
Take it for a test drive. Because it might be so good that that you don't have the drive doesn't have to be good. You know what I mean? Like if the person's so good and so incredible and so nice and sweet, and then you drive, take it for a test drive, and you're like, okay, not the best car. But the person's so good, you're like, okay, I can live with this. Maybe I can teach, give some lessons, be fun to practice. Dipsy says, did the price go up from I-175 I seven
Let me
five
check that
one
out right now.
for changing? Sorry for changing the topic. Any nice apt near apartment near VA hospital?
Which VA hospital?
Talk about Cebu.
No, there's no VA in there.
Dojin said
It's
you can
still
talk to my
$595.
$595.
Yeah, plus biometrics. So that's about $690.
Same as when you did it.
$680 in total.
One.
No, I ate earlier.
Dojin says you can talk to women on their site months before you go, so I'm still trying. Yeah, that's.
That would be more.
I think that's better.
You know,
because you got to really get to know the person. You know what I mean? Because looks, you can't go by looks, man. Looks don't tell you nothing, man. It don't tell you nothing, man. And you already know that. Mike T man, how you doing, man? He says, Yuri, what do you know about tribal weddings and relationships?
what do you mean tribal weddings? You mean in the Philippines?
Peace. Dozer says, taking Aaron Bruce's advice and not giving up. Yeah, man, don't give up. We're living proof that it can work because we both looked for a long time. Fellow traveler said, and had many failures, by the way, says, you have to live with someone to know someone and be with them longer than 90 days for the euphoria to dissipate.
What's euphoria?
Like the happiness of being together for the first time and all that. That's so
yeah,
true.
You gotta see the ugly.
You gotta see the good and the bad, you know?
The ugly of the person, see if you can handle it.
The weaknesses, yeah. You gotta see if you can handle the weaknesses. Everybody has them. So, that's the best thing you can do is live with them. I mean, of course, that's after you have a real relationship. Then you go meet them in person and with no frills, go live with them. Best case scenario to see like what it really is all about. I'm not talking about living in a nice hotel. I'm talking about you can live in their conditions, you know, whatever conditions they live in, and see what's really going on. How do they handle? How's their world? Yeah, how does their day-to-day life look? How do they handle bad? How do they handle like minor disappointments? Can tell you a lot about the person. You know, like you guys go out to dinner. Or, I mean, hell, like, do you guys have to go out to dinner every day? That's not good. Like, is there a way that you guys can like?
Did I handle that well, baby, when we're out?
There was good and bad things, to be honest. You know, there was good and bad things. But that's the thing I had to learn about Yuri. Like when I was there, like I said in some of my videos, like Yuri is a clean freak, and I was like, what? I'll say, so we're cleaning for the third time today, right?
No, I wasn't cleaning.
Well, I understood why, because the roaches.
Yeah, you were literally flipping out what we're, and I'm like, okay, I need to. That was just extra cleaning because I think it was the food smell. So they were like tracing, you know, where it's coming from.
Yeah. Every time you would cook, they would.
That was.
It was like a.
They were hot, but when you left, there were not that many cockroaches. Like.
So you're saying I brought the cockroaches, or what are you saying?
Because I was cooking a lot.
Because you were cooking while I was there. That was the thing. She cooked. I was like, wow, that's a plus. And she cooked really, really, really good. That alone might have been enough for me to deal with Yuri's attitude.
That's not a good thing to say.
You know, like everybody has their moments, you know, and I definitely have mine. So you got to live with them in their environment, and
Yeah.
vice versa. If there's a way that she can come to you, you know, whatever the case is, that you got to see like how a person deals with small issues to see if you can deal with.
Yeah, honestly, that's not a bad idea for the woman to actually come to the United States and test the environment and be with you. See if she can, live
If there's
with
a way,
you.
absolutely. Get Lost says they will try to molest you, bro. They randomly come up to and start touching my hair, chest, and one girl randomly just grabbed my arm and started and stared at me like with a smile. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When I was there, I like clutching my purse, running down the street when it was dark, like looking around. Oh God, no! I almost got violated in them streets. If Yuri wasn't with me, man, it was game on. They were like hunting, like there's one right there.
It's funny.
Fellow traveler says you have to live with someone to know. Yeah, 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 absolutely. Already read that one.
Marisol said, "Nice to see you again, guys. I'm always watching you." Ah, thank you. Yeah, we have just been busy. Just a lot of things happening here. What?
Got PTS about Japanese people. I don't know what you mean by that. Might be misreading that.
Nice watching both of you again.
Hey Marilyn. Hey Joseph Cole.
That's some great advice,
Filipinos are
Joseph.
compassionate. Very much so.
Filipino women are. Yeah,
I mean,
I would agree with
most
that.
of the ones I've met have been. Some of them have not been. Just so you know.
We're not samurai no more. It's okay to take the swords out of your hearts, people.
You must be talking about when I was talking about Japan. That makes so much sense. Some Asian cultures don't express affection and I don't like,
And I
and I
don't
don't
think
think
I would
I would
want to
want to deal
deal
with
with.
that as well. Yeah, man, it wasn't. It's not for me. You guys are an inspirational couple because you have succeeded in this. Thank you. Um,
Thank you.
Derek F says got the AOS letter back yesterday, so they are processing her AOS. That's great. Congrats, Derek. Congrats, man. We've been talking to that guy for a bunch of years. I remember he was
Got the
talking
AOS
about getting
letter. Yeah, about
right.
getting
Now
a.
his girls here. Isn't that crazy? How you see that?
At first, like, wasn't he in, like, just broke up with the Dominican Republic
I
or
think so.
something?
Is that Derek?
And
Is
he
that what
was
happened? You had
talking to
just broke
us.
up with the Dominican Republic and then a lady from Dominican, and then you start. Or is that what happened? I remember your first video I seen from you. You were in the Dominican Republic with I think your family. Dojin says, "It is my hope that you guys continue to do good work, to do good work you're doing,
The good work.
and good, honest people are hard to find." Yuri is correct. You must see your dirt at the bottom of the toaster. LOL.
That's
That's a real person.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It can be like blinded by the outside look.
Yeah, you gotta see all parts, man. Especially if you're serious about the relationship, you gotta see all parts. You gotta see the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what I mean? To see if that's the person you're gonna spend your life with and dedicate your time and money and energy with. Raising awareness, love, power says, "Hey, hey, hey! I'm going back to the Philippines in 2 weeks to see my woman, and I'm excited. Any advice on what to bring?"
Chocolates. Um.
Oh man, like I went to Sam's Club and I brought like a whole bunch of stuff that I knew
Oh yes, that
that
was
I
so
was that
great,
dope or
babe.
what?
Oh my, that I was like, whoa!
Pop,
I
huh?
did not even think
I
about
just I
it.
hey listen, boom. I really should make a video series about it because I'm a
Did you
pro,
make a
baby.
video
I'm not
about that?
not even playing, baby. I'm not playing. Bruce is not playing.
That was impressive.
Yep. So what I did was I went recently like a few months ago went to the Philippines. I researched what candies and snacks do they not have in the Philippines, right? That's a real special thing. And so I went
Yeah, it
and it's got a whole
is.
bag. I actually have boxes full, but I couldn't pack it all. So I just had to like selectively get and put it in a bag and then put it in
That
my
was so.
and then I brought it and then it was a hit, man. Like even the ladies at the hotel, I was stranded in the hotel for a while. I was like, "Hey guys, try this," and they were like, "Oh!" Like blew them away right away. And then ended up giving it to Jay, and so
Yeah,
it was
Jay.
like things like a Swedish fish. Do you guys have that there?
No.
I researched this. So the red vines, one of my personal favorites. Takis. You might want to get a pen. Write this down. Takis,
Swedish fish.
Swedish
Yeah,
fish,
we did not have
red
that for sure.
vines. Um, there
I'm
was some
not really into
chocolates too.
sweets, so I. What do they call that? Payday.
Payday with the nuts in it.
Yeah, that too. Because
Yeah,
that's only here.
there's some things that we only have here. That's when you take it over there, it's really special. You know.
Yeah, and we don't have that
So
much chocolates.
right, it's like
We
if you were
only
to
have one or two brands.
yeah, yeah. So if you, it was like it's like if somebody came from Germany and they bring like chocolate that we don't have here, like Kinder egg, some Kinder eggs that we don't have here. You bring them here to kids, and they're like, "Whoa, what is this?" That's how it is. And then another thing you can do is learn the language, like polite words. You don't have to learn, you don't have to like speak it fluently because everybody there, most people there speak enough English to get by or they're fluent. So if you just learn basic words like respect words, like please, thank you, excuse me, stuff, just basic stuff. Salamat po, stuff, just basic words. That really goes a long way. I did it in Korea. I did it in Japan. I did it everywhere I go. I do that and just learn just a few words. People are immediately treat you with a lot of respect and love. So most people want tourists to come to their country and have respect for their culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Black American expat, how you doing, man? Happy New Year.
Hey, black expat.
Are you still in the U.S.? Andy says Bruce has no game. I lost mine. I can't
What?
talk. I don't know. Andy, man, you are something else. Go to the Philippines, then tell me what kind of game I have. Dojan says, yes, because I live in upstate New York where it's cold, but I'm accustomed to the weather, and she is not. She will not be. Oh yeah. Boom Jay says, Happy New Year, folks. Peace from Cali. What part of Cali are you from? Big Man says, What's good? Yuri and Bruce, how you doing, man? Dojin says Japanese culture is very stoic with few words. Yeah, it is,
What's
man.
stoic?
That means like they don't talk much. They don't like show feelings. And for me, like I really didn't realize that how much of that I need. You know what I mean? Like I need validation from the person. Like if I'm giving love, I want to know the effect of it, feedback. You know what I mean? Like that's important to me. And for me to give that respect and then not receive any feedback, that bothers me. And I did not realize how much it did until I was fully engaged with Japanese culture. What's up, Andy, Derek? Black American expat is in the house. Derek says, yeah, I was there. She can't meet there. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was there, and she
Then she
couldn't meet.
then she
Then she
canceled.
canceled when I was going to go meet her, so I went to PH.
My man, she lost out. Somebody said chocolate.
Get some. Normally, what I would bring is like Twix, because we don't have that, and it doesn't melt that fast.
Mm-hmm. What you do is like freeze
What
it
did I
before you even leave. Like freeze it and then throw it in your.
Hershey's chocolates and
I'm trying to think of what else I brought that was a big hit.
yeah, we brought multiple things
Yeah, I
really.
brought like a whole bunch of different things.
That was nice.
Oh, was it goldfish crackers? It was little things like that, but all of them, like, you can't find that in the Philippines. You can go to any store you want and you're not gonna find it there. There was one or two other things that I'm missing that were really big. I can't
What?
think of it. I can't. It was one other thing. Oh, I brought they don't have beef jerky there.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
they don't have beef jerky in many Asian. So I brought Slim Jims. It
Yeah,
doesn't sound like it's just normal, but they don't have it there, so it's
we
like
didn't have
special.
that, so
Yeah, they didn't even heard. They've never even heard of some of that stuff. You know.
yeah, that was really nice of you, baby. That was
And I brought that for your dad. Like I was actually gonna meet your dad and then greet him with that, and then go from there.
well, he didn't show up.
I will remember the chocolates. Nice, thanks. Heading to Colombia in a week and a half. Whoa.
Oh, and you know what's a common scent that women like, likes perfume a lot or colognes. Like what's a really common scent that
Cologne on the guy or for her?
for her is a vanilla Victoria's Secret or amber. That's
Anything Victoria's Secret, right?
Victoria's Secret in a vanilla scent or an amber romance scent.
Because that's like real classy there, right? That's like
Yeah,
a
that's
high,
like a
high level thing.
even here that's like what women normally like. I like a fruity smell or kind of like a aqua smell,
Yeah, aqua, that's good.
like water, like yeah, like a fresh scent.
Southern California, 45 minutes from Los Angeles. Man, that's a brutal drive.
Or like they have it in Bed Bath and Beyond too. Like it's very cheap. Victoria's Secret is
It's
cheaper.
only like $30, right?
They
Something
go
like
on
that.
sale.
Yeah.
Like if you catch them sale, it's only $5.
Wow.
That's what I do sometimes.
Way goes way. How long time no see,
if
man.
I want to send it
Says
to
happy
the
Sunday.
Philippines.
Learning the language and respect is huge in the culture. So many foreigners disrespect. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Disrespectful.
Way he said it, man. Like if you just show respect, just that little bit of respect goes a really long way. Just think about foreigners who you've seen that come here to the U.S. and they're just like assholes, and you're like, wow, really, dude? Like you're showing your whole. It makes your whole country look bad. It makes your whole country look bad. But if you go there, like show respect, learn some of the language, then that's huge, man. That's the best thing you can bring beyond Victoria's Secret, cologne or anything. Just respect. That shows like love,
Yeah, that's better.
Dojin says Bruce is correct. I only know because I'm 40 years in martial arts. Love and being love and being genuine is so important. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Being genuine.
Here, baby, I'll give you some water.
Bruce, my divorce from what you have mentioned about your past is similar.
So, oh my gosh, and it's not over yet.
When you talk about what it takes to grow in a relationship, I'm all the way there with you, and
it's not even
been in
over.
hell and back. Yeah, man, it's been a lot. It's really been a really long journey on that front, man. So I'm really happy. Like just to not be in that situation anymore is amazing. Like if it's that alone has been an amazing part of my life. And if you could just finding Yuri, man, like it has changed my life, man. Finding a partner, like a lot of guys like on here like will hate on me whenever I say this. I get so much hate, and I don't care. I really, really don't care what they say, but it's changed to have a partner. It's not even about Philippines. It's not about any of that stuff, man. It's about finding a good partner who's on your team. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Finding somebody who's got your back 100%. Finding somebody who's willing to put in as much work as yours that you put in. Like you're willing to put the work in, but you need a partner who is willing to put the same amount of work that you do. And having that partner, man, it has changed my life. We were just talking about how amazing our life has been because we work so hard for each other. And that's the kind of partner that you want in your life, you know? And I didn't have that for many years. And that's why I got a divorce. Like one person was working for herself and I'm working for her. You know, it's like that's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be both of us lifting that log, you know? Both
Yeah.
of us running and doing it for each other, not one person working for two people working for one person. And we've been able to every year, really every 6 months, we've been able to level up. And me and Yuri were just talking about it's like we've been able to get a degree for every 6 months.
Yeah. Like every year, such
Every year,
big.
last year, last year we got we rented out our house and moved into a new house. So now we got rental property money coming in. I couldn't have done it without Yuri. There's no way I could have done it. Yuri had the foresight and the insight to get a job, which I was you if you've been following us for a long time.
Oh,
There
we're
was a
gonna make a
video.
video about that today anyway, that we will release on
There was a
Wednesday.
video where we got in a huge argument about it. I did not want her to work
Until now.
because I was making crazy money at that time. And then what happened was I switched jobs like 3 times. And then like there was a time when I had no job. I was in between jobs, right? And I can find a job pretty fast. So it wasn't a problem, but we had just moved out of our house and went on this trip. And then boom, the contract that I had with.
And then also remember when okay, continue.
Go ahead. What were you
And
gonna
then
say?
also when the kids live with us and you were paying the same amount of alimony.
Right, which wasn't part of my original deal, man. Like my ex-wife, like is so greedy, man. So both of my kids, thank God live with me because they would have not done well with her. But we had no help for her from the other side of we got no help from my ex, and it's just been me and Yuri, and we've been able to get properties plural, more than one. All right,
That was amazing.
it's mind blowing. Like there's no way I could have done this without my partner. And before that, we did things like we did stocks.
Let's go to that.
My daughter's coming in.
Okay, go
She's
to
about to be super loud. So anyway, yeah. So my we are able to get into stocks. We tried our hand at cryptocurrency. What else have we done? I created courses. The courses are doing really good, man. Really good. Um, we I wrote a book. I wrote several books. And here's the thing: there's no way I could have done all the stuff. That's a dream of mine. It's a personal dream. There's no way I could have done this stuff without my partner. I got the time to do it, and I've got somebody who's emotionally and financially supportive of not just me but my kids. My kids. This is my kid's mom. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, like you guys can do the same thing. I know that there's guys hurting right now. I know that there's dudes. Yeah.
Okay, so you okay if
Oh. For how many?
just tonight because there's no class tomorrow.
What do you think?
I'm okay with it.
All right. Yeah.
What do you
Yes.
think?
Yeah. Go ahead. Just one night. One night.
Yeah, and I'm
Can you
working
take 'em-
tomorrow, so I
take
could
'em?
just drop.
Okay. So anyway, that's some kid
Is that
bullshit.
okay?
Anyway, what I'm saying is, you find somebody who's a partner. It doesn't matter if she's Filipina, if she's from another country. It doesn't if she's American. Just get somebody who's your partner. That's the main thing I'm trying to like. If you take nothing else from what we this channel, as a man, like try find someone who is your or a woman, find someone who is your equal or better, and somebody who's your partner. You know what I mean? Somebody who's willing to put in as much work as you. I think that's really the whole song. That's it. You know. Let me see. I know you guys are talking. I apologize for kind of like taking over there. Hey, Bruce. Bruce, little girl, how's school? One of my kids is already in college, man. Isn't that crazy? For you guys who used to see my little girls running around, like one of them's in college now. Um, got scammed very much like Bruce did. So thank you so much, man. I got scammed. I often think about like why did I get scammed like so bad, you know? And I think it's because I was alone for a long time. I'd been alone, like even in marriage. I was married 18 years, something a long time, man. And half that time I felt alone. So when I got the divorce, I was still alone, and so I was desperate. Now I'm being completely open and honest. I was desperate. I wanted to be with someone. I didn't want to be alone in my life, be a single dad. You know what I mean? So I was really looking for someone, and I was wanted to believe that I could very quickly find someone who was good. And of course, me having an eager heart, like I immediately start latching on to the first person, which is stupid. It's just not. It's not a smart thing to do. This is not smart. And because of that, I got scammed. And so now I'm trying to tell other dudes and other women, like, listen, you got to take your time. You got to get to know people first. You can't just jump in if you can't see them on video. If you don't spend time to trust them, you can't meet them in person. Like, how serious can it be? You know what I mean? So if I did it, a divorced father of two, who was married for 16 years, you guys can do it. And who got scammed more than once, by the way. You guys can do it. You can do it.
That is so sad.
Great advice. I've been trying to follow your footsteps, Bruce. Congratulations. There's a lot of guys hurting because the divorce mentally and emotionally. Yeah, man, it's hard, man. I'm still going through some stuff right now. I wish I could tell you. If you email me, I'll tell you. But mean, it's something I could talk about on Patreon. But
hey, we actually made a video about that, like on Patreon, like on our past videos, like.
Yeah. There's some real stuff there. I just can't talk about it here, because it's
until
legal.
Now
There's litigation underway.
It's ongoing, but like you can't let it destroy your life because it's like already emotionally very hard.
Yeah, it's hard on men because the law
financially, and it cuts your like if you have
emotionally,
kids.
Financially, mentally, it's a lot, man.
If you have kids, like more
especially
responsibilities.
If you have kids, so telling you got if I can do it, you can do it. And me having a partner and being able to follow our dreams together, it's amazing, man. Like we are blown away by some of the stuff we've been able to do. We're like, holy, how did we do that? How were we able to travel the world while switching houses, while switching jobs? Wow, like how were we able to do all of this?
Did not have a job for how long, baby?
About a month and a half.
A month.
Yeah, about a
no
solid
paycheck
month.
For a month.
Money.
And this was 3 months ago.
Yeah. Yep. And it's because we repaired our credit. Both of our credit is super good and that took years. My credit was destroyed after being with my ex. We just weren't good with money, and particularly she wasn't good with my money. Bruce, somebody said, I want you guys. I want what you guys have. You still have the 2 homes in the Philippines, right? Yeah, man. We got more. We got several properties in the Philippines, baby. I can't even believe it, man. It's like a slow lottery. That's what it feels like. it's like a slow lottery, man. It's um Derek F says I've been doing backflips when I got my divorce. I went on vacation.
Backflips.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, I was a huge weight off my shoulders emotionally, man. I was so happy after that happened. I was so
That is
happy. That
hilarious.
person was like is continues to be a parasite in my life. Wow, several. So you rent them out already? They're not built yet. They're being built right now, so they'll be built
Yeah,
in.
one will be like built
Can we say this
completely.
stuff? Is it? Are we cool with? Can we?
Yeah, because we're not mentioning names, and it's gonna be we're gonna
All
be
right.
hiring property managers.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, one
So you
will
know
be
who we?
this
Hey,
year.
Andy. You know who we got that idea from? I don't know if you remember him, but Lou and Toya. Lou, Lou was doing this way back when, and Lou was living in the Bahamas because he had one property in Manila. Dre said, "Hey Bruce, divorce can be hard, and one must realize the recovery is long and painful. Um, then I met then I met my wife in Cebu. Wish I would have met her before my first marriage. Yeah, I think about that a lot. But if I had met mine before my first marriage, she would have been in
You
high
used to
school.
say that, baby, and then we're like, I would have
she,
been,
she
my
would have
husband
been.
would be in jail.
I'll be in jail, baby. She's 15 years younger than me. Oh crap! Sorry, my bad. I'm like losing it on this selfie stick. I'm about to use my hand in a second. What's going on with this thing? I just suddenly stopped working on it. Okay, this thing's not working.
Is it not working? Yeah, you could put it as a tripod, right?
Yeah,
Chook, chook. Okay, how about that?
yeah, there we go.
Oh my god. It's not working
Okay.
anymore?
It's like okay, there we go. There we go.
Oh, okay.
All right, now we're gonna have to let me just adjust it. Come closer.
Okay, we need to like cut this because we
Yeah,
still
it's
have
kind of long.
meal prep for the week to do.
Um, remember? Okay, let me read some of these other. I remember then. Okay, let me see. Just trying to read through. I will Airbnb one of your units when they are ready. Yeah, we'll let you know.
Yeah, I will let you know.
Wow, several. Kind of reading through here. I believe it's a higher purpose so people can use the information and guide them. I just want to pass it on, like all that pain has been turned into success. Like I want to pass on some of my success. Um, Let me see. My ex-wife, Boom J says at Bruce, my ex-wife from Germany, over 17 years before the divorce, she was money hungry and gave me and my Pinay wife hell. Yeah.
That is exactly what happened to us too. But I was like for years, and in during the first year, like it really affected us
Yeah, it
because
really
we
did.
really didn't have much extra money. Like,
What's funny is we were actually trying to help her out.
but I was like, you
But
know what?
she just like just was so vindictive and evil, man. That
I was,
now it's like all legal battles and stuff.
and it's like I just thought I'm not gonna make it as an excuse of why we
Why
can't
we can't
make
make it?
it.
Yeah,
Because it was almost half my husband's salary, and
45%. Dojan Max says, "Take your time. Filipina culture. Filipina culture is so different. It's a shock. Yeah, it's very different, man. But if you love the person, you learn. She has to learn yours." Frederick Manson says, "Hello, Bruce and Yuri. You are exactly right. A good partner is very important. Absolutely, somebody who absolutely has your back and willing to work for you as hard as you work for them." There's a lot of guys hurting because of divorce. Yeah, and divorce is super hard on guys here. It's not in our favor. Even me having kids, I have the kids.
yeah,
With zero help from her, and it's still legally hard for
it's
me.
still not in favor of you,
Yeah, it's not.
like legally. It's
Um,
just so ridiculous.
a prenup is absolutely vital in modern age to protect both parties. I totally understand it now.
Yeah,
Before I
I
didn't.
mean, you really need a prenup.
Yeah. Black American expat says, if you guys didn't know, Black American expat is a huge YouTuber over there. Was living over there for a really long time. Just look at his old content where he's living in the Philippines. A lot of great advice, a lot of great videos that he did over there. The hate is strong for brothers like us who is traveling every week. Someone's making videos saying we go abroad because we can't get women in our country. Whatever, man. People say what they're gonna say.
You
Um,
know what? They're just hateful because a lot of Filipinas, I mean, coming from our own experiences and women I know, it's like when you're not, and also there's just not many options for us. Like, okay, if I there's just okay, how do I say that? First of all, like there's not enough good. Um, it's not very safe to be a woman there, and then also if you as a woman, there's already a lot of responsibilities that are like our parents they expect so much
the women are like the
from the
breadwinners there.
from the daughters, and
Mm-hmm.
not just that but to be successful, to do
To take
more,
care of the
to
family,
take care of the family, or
stuff like
even if
that.
you're not taking care of your family, you're expected to like uh get more, aim more, and get more out of life.
I don't honestly think it's always gonna be like this. Right now, this is the truth. Like what's happening between Americans going overseas is this, and it's not every country, by the way. It's only a couple countries. What's happening is that guys like myself are going through hard times with women here. Like I was married for 16 over 16 years, and it was not good for me. Okay. And I don't know what it is about maybe it's just younger women. I think maybe it's just younger women, but they don't have the same value for guys here anymore. And not all. There's some awesome, Michelle Obama, Oprah, Beyonce. There's some dope ass American women. So this does not apply to all American women, but a lot of them have this um, they have this entitlement attitude, and you're supposed to, as the guy, give everything and get nothing in return or very little.
That's what's
So
happening with Filipinas.
so what's happening is guys are going overseas because it's like I don't need this attitude. Like what is this all? I'm just did all these years of work for us, and what are you doing to for the relationship? I know a lot of guys going through a lot of guys all over the U.S. going through this. And they're like, you know what? I'm gonna go overseas. I'm tired of this. I don't want to mess with this no more. They go overseas. They go to Colombia. They go to Dominican Republic. They go to Brazil. They go to Philippines, Thailand. It's not just one country, and Cambodia, Japan, Korea, all over, right? Guys are being pushed that way, and then places like Philippines, the women are like looking out because they're having issues in their country because the law doesn't protect women. The
There's no annulment,
there's no you can't get a divorce
and
there,
then
and then
if
the woman can't. If she has a baby, guess who's stuck
they're
with the baby, right? They
the
can't get an
woman
abortion. They don't have the. They can't get an abortion, so they're stuck with the kid. The guy doesn't
are
have to
not
provide
really
to the kid.
obligated to.
Right. There's a law for it, but it's not enforced. So now the woman
Yeah,
is stuck with and that, meanwhile, she can't get a divorce. Think about it. So she's like, you know what? Screw it. I'm
can get
gonna.
a divorce,
Yeah.
taking care of multiple kids, one, two,
Yes.
depending on how many kids they had
Yeah. Yeah.
in
This
a
is
previous
just my
relationship.
personal opinion of what's happening is that American women are looking outward. Filipinas are
Are
looking
looking
outward,
outward.
and we're finding each other. That's what's happening.
Yeah,
Honestly, I think that's what's happening. And most
and
of
it's
the
such like a good fit, like
it's a
because of the
yeah.
need is.
Exactly. It's strong on both ends. It's
Yeah,
pushing us.
men here are
So
like
right,
suppressed because of the laws
and the
that are
culture.
protecting the women only, not the men.
Right. Now I listen. I'm not an exception. Like I'm a dude who has both kids, doing a damn good job taking care of my kids by myself, with my wife, with their new mom, by the way. So I'm not. I know many dudes who are going through this, many, for all over the states, and I'm like, what is happening? Like this used to be the women used to take the kids, and the guy goes, but it's
Yeah,
the reverse of what's happening. It's like the guy is taking the kids, and the women are running, doing their own thing in the
yeah,
U.S. And I don't know what's happening. I don't know why there's so many instances of this, but guys are looking outside the country in a lot of cases. And it's not like we can't get somebody here. We could, but it's like, why would I want to do that when there's somebody 10 times better elsewhere? You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, why would I
That
do
was
that?
such a big factor for me. Like as a like a lot of women growing up, like once they get, including my mother, once you get married, you can't get divorced. And so my mom and dad's relationship has been chaotic all the way. But it's like you feel like, oh, you got kids with a person, you can't get an annulment. How are you gonna raise your kids? And
Right.
that was such a big factor for me of why I'm like I do not want to get suppressed
Yeah.
and be controlled of what I'm supposed to do.
It's the laws and the culture,
Yeah.
on both ends.
And like meanwhile, a lot is expected of me. So I'm not gonna settle for an average partner, which a lot of successful men that are like on the same, category, the same league, are already married. So I'm like, I'm not gonna.
Same in the U.S.
I'm
All
like,
it.
am I gonna make
Right.
myself like, you know, just to stick with my own people and settle for
Same
less?
thing in the U.S. Like what's happening here is like there's really good American women, just amazing, brilliant, you name it, right? Um, and these days making more will make more money than you, but they're already married, they're taken, and now you're left with a bunch of losers, hood rats, people who are not serious about anything, people who've been through 10 different relationships and can't commit. I don't want that, or the younger ones are even worse. This is my opinion, y'all. You guys can be mad. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
um I think older women, like 60s, like they had some values, but these younger ones, not my opinion, not American women, like the younger ones are not.
There are good like
Of course,
young
of course,
ones.
there's definitely exceptions. There's
There
definitely
are good,
exceptions. Yeah,
but it just
sure.
seems like even the younger ones, just based on my observation, they're more stuck on material
They don't
things.
really have to, like, they don't have to have a partner. They don't have to. And then it's like I don't know if our culture encourages people to be more materialistic. Maybe that's part of it. I'm trying to put my finger. I don't really know why this is happening. I don't know. I always point to the culture and then the laws. Like it's just pushing. It's just not a good, family wise. It hasn't been good in the U.S. I don't. Just my personal take on it. So, and I wish it was. I really do. For the sake of men and women here. I wish it was better, but it just seems like it's just not. Mike says, Bruce, you're right about the cultural changes. It's
Him too have his kids full
yeah,
time,
yeah,
right? I
yeah.
mean, that is so weird to
Isn't it
me.
weird? Isn't it strange?
Seeing that
I go back home to Sac, and
men are like having the kids
right, and then the woman's like
instead of the
running the streets,
mothers.
doing all kinds of stuff, and then wants money from you. Like has this entitlement mentality because the law allows it to happen. And then I go back home to Sacramento. My mom's telling me, "Oh yeah, this person they broke up. Who has where'd the kids? Where'd their three kids go? Oh, they're living with their dad." Over and over and over and over again. My boy from the military, same thing. He tells me on every time we meet, he tells me there's six other dudes going him. He went through the same thing. He had the kids. He was doing this thing. His wife ran around on him. I don't know what's happening. I don't. But it's like it's time for me to move on. I can't fix these problems. I gotta move on with my life with my kids and stuff. So that's what's happening. We're moving out, like looking around. It doesn't have nothing to do with, oh, I can't find a woman here. Of course I can. You know, I make good money. I'm I'm a eligible. I was an eligible bachelor. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a scrub. Like of course I could have found and same thing with Black American expat and all these other guys. But
Yeah.
you choose to find something better. But Yuri is in the U.S. now and is being influenced by American ways of thinking. Yes, she is. Which is why I got to get a divorce. Get out of here. Get
Ouch!
out.
Hey, I'm definitely not. You see my nails? I still don't have nail polish, which is very in here in America.
That has nothing to do with what I'm
Like,
yes, running the streets, Bruce. Derek F says law and society they push single mothers, households, for some reason and pay and a paycheck from the man. I cannot put my
like it's
finger
a
on it.
trend or something.
All I know is that many, not all. There's like I said, like if you're an American woman watching this, like this is not about you. You're an individual. Like you're your own
That's
person.
actually
But
not good for kids. Not
many
good for
are have
kids.
this entitlement mentality, and to be honest with you, many men do too. I happen to be a very serious dude. That ain't me. Like I need somebody who's serious. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to just hook up. I'm not trying to just hit it and quit it. I'm trying to find a partner. You know what I mean?
Kids should have two parents, you know,
Absolutely. Matty Ghost, thank you for that. He says,
that are stable, that
I'm
can be there
foreign
for them.
only. LOL. But women are women, and I do serious vetting. US is an apocalyptic Mad Max movie. I don't agree with that. I love the US, man. I love it. Like I don't of course we have problems here, okay? This is definitely problems. I love the US. I don't take any part of
I'm
it for
not
granted,
definitely against alimony,
but but there's definitely some issues that we have to fix here. I
but
mean,
women, I mean, I feel like women are more, you know, it's more stable for kids to be with the mothers if, you know, divorce is the,
and that seems like what the law kind of points to. They kind of want to push the kids in that direction because that's how it's been. But
but it's not been good doing well.
nah, there's a lot of women who are
Who
not
are not
responsible.
like,
They're not grown. They're not adults. I don't know what happened to their daddies, but
yeah.
Maddie Ghost says, as far as dating, I mean, I hear you. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, Mad Max movie. As far as dating, probably. I don't know. I wouldn't know nothing about it, man. I checked out. I'm
Like,
like, I don't
yeah,
know.
for younger people, I mean, you can still protect yourself and have a prenup if, I think that's the most practical thing to do.
I mean, it just seems like all the really good people in the U.S. are taken. You know what I mean? Maybe that's somebody said it on here. That might be right. Instigator, what's going on, man? How's the married life treating you?
Scott said, I have my son 80% court order, they still make me pay.
Right? Right? Ridiculous. Andy says, find the people who share similar beliefs and willing to share pain and struggle together for success is rare. Exactly, especially in the US, right? Only the few manage to be so lucky. I haven't been lucky here in the US finding a person like that. Um, Waygukin Way says, I like that. I
What
like
Delaware does.
what Delaware does, where they put the child support on the prepaid card and track where it's going.
That is
If
a
they
great idea.
if they detect fraud or misuse, they'll lower the support amount. Yeah, man,
That is a great
a lot of
idea.
women really abuse that child support, man. They
That
really,
is a
if they
really
have
great
both
idea.
kids, they're using the kids as like a
As
bargaining
like a,
chip
yeah.
to like get more money and stuff, which is ridiculous.
And because, you know, I'm not against, I mean, children should have enough support from
Absolutely.
both parents and from the dad too.
Yeah,
If the dad
absolutely.
is making more, because they need the stability. But if the mother or one parent is misusing that, you know, support, I mean, that's really unfair for the kids.
Yeah. Doja Max says, Bruce, you are right. That's how I feel about It's a moral imperative for real. Yuri and Bruce are the truth. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Get Lost Blog says black fathers are winning, bro. Telling you, man. I know I know a lot that this has happened
How
to. It's
much
crazy. And
should you take
it's
with
not
you
just
to
black
the
women. It's white,
Philippines when you
it's
go
Asian
for the first
American. It's
time?
like a lot, man. I don't know what it is about our culture, but women, like the younger women here are just there's like a lot of entitlement attitude, and I don't understand. If you're a woman, please explain it to me. But please, if you're an American woman, explain like what's your take on it. Do you think I'm wrong? Like, do you think, or what's your explain? Like, educate me, because I'm trying to understand what's happening. You know, how much U.S. money should you take with you to the Philippines when you go there for the
You
first
can
time?
actually withdraw locally. It's not safe to have a lot of
Walking around.
dollars, with you.
Um,
Just maybe bring 300, 200, $300. Convert, oh,
cash.
200,
Do you want to be walking
two
around with
hundred
300?
dollars converted into pesos before you, so that you have change for the cab.
How many do you want to be? How much money do you want to be walking around with when you're there?
If you're walking around, $70, that should be
70
good enough
$70 in Philippine
in
in
Philippine
pesos.
pesos.
Yeah, you probably don't want to have like $200-300 walking
Yeah,
around with you.
that's too much.
It's way too
Too
much.
much.
Maybe 100.
Okay, let's say 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can
Mentality
just
of
withdraw.
mentality of
You know.
Filipinas is more traditional. The United States is in the 50s. Traditional in the U.S. is in the 50s. Unfortunately, a thing of the past.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would say in the
there's
50s
some truth in
that
that.
was good for
There was
like.
there was more of seems like, and don't get me wrong, I mean 50s is a really dark for especially for a black man. 50s is not a it's a dark age in the US. But one of the good things about the 50s was that it encouraged the women and the men to like work together for a family, whereas today it's more like it's I don't see that anymore. I just don't see it's changing. I think maybe what's happening is our culture is changing. American culture is shifting. I don't know which way it's going or what's happening, but it's changing to something. Um, Maybe it's more. It's becoming like more equal, where the man and the woman have to put in as equal time with working in an office, and equal time working with the kids. I don't. I'm not sure, but it seems like it's just changing very rapidly. Instigator says life is well. Life is well. I have to go I have to go admit, I never thought I would be happier. I have to admit, I never thought I'd be happier. Traditionalism is dead in the USA. I mean, I think it's changing. We're going through a change whether we like it or not. And things always change, but they're changing very, very rapidly right now. As far as like the old dynamic of a family, the nuclear family, I think is changing. And I don't think that that's bad or good. It's just it's a change, and everything in life changes, right? So that said, I kind of want um I want a household where I've got somebody who's my partner who's putting in work just like me. That's it. I don't know if that's traditional. I don't know if that's whatever you want to call that. That's what I want. And so that's thank you. That's what I want in my life. Like Yuri serves me, but I serve her too. You know what I'm saying? Like we serve the family. Everything we do is for our family. And to me, it doesn't matter what gender you are, what race you are, what nationality you are, what political affiliation you are. None of that. What matters in my home is that we're putting in equal work. That's what matters to me.
Amen, Bruce.
Um, well, I have to be up at 1 a.m. Eastern, so hope all is well. Good night,
Who that?
instigator.
Oh, good night, instigator. How is your like newly married life
He said he's
now?
never been happier. He never thought he'd be happier. 50s destroyed the U.S. family. Um, the moment they put women into a full-time workforce. Corporations don't want women at home. Corporations want women spending. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure what caused it or what's going on. I want equal work in my home. That's it. It's not even about, yes, Yuri cooks. Yes, Yuri like takes care of me, takes care of the kids. Yuri does all the stuff a badass housewife would do, and she works and
I'm
helps me
like,
with a business. She's dope.
I
But
can't stay at home full time. Like,
yes,
check that out. We're making a video about that and release it on Wednesday. Like, if should a woman stay at home or be in the workforce?
yeah, that comes up a lot. Not with just
Because it
us, but with
seems
other.
like it's such a big deal,
It is.
including my
So
husband.
these guys are kind of bringing it up. But my thing is, I just want like equal work
Yeah.
for the household. That's what I want personally. And I don't care like what you call it. I don't care if you call it nuclear family, Christian values. I don't. I, that you call it what you want. That's personally what I have been seeking in my life, and I haven't been able to find it in the U.S. Um, People who want to do equal work. It's a lot of people who are entitled, men and women, by the way, not just women. It's American culture. Like people feel like they emotionally entitled. I'm not talking about financially or political, none of that. I'm talking about like emotionally. People want to just give me, give me, give me. And even if you listen to the music, is what can you give me? What have you done for me lately? What like it's always me, 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 me. Not like what can I give to this person? I'm gonna give this person all this stuff because they're an awesome person. It's not. It's less of that and more of me. What am I gonna get out of this person?
Yeah. It should be for, both, not just.
Big Trucker says, I like reading your comments because I never agree with what you say. I love reading your comments, man.
That is
He
so
says,
funny.
Big Trucker series says, I don't, I don't know if you absolutely want equal work. You need equal work due to increase in cost of living,
Yes, that
due to
too.
having a to complete to compete with women in the workforce. See, he just added that little piece in there to compete with women in the workforce. I don't
Wait,
agree.
what?
I don't agree with
Due
that.
to the increase.
So I do agree that the cost of living is higher here in the U.S., so it's harder for people. You have to have like more. Most
Maybe we
people,
should screenshot these comments and then add it into the video that we're gonna make.
if you notice, like they have more than one income coming into their household because it's harder to live now. So I do agree with that portion, but whole competing with women that has nothing to do with nothing. I don't
It's
agree.
not competing. Like, there's stuff that are,
I don't agree, but I love your comments. Keep them coming.
it's not. Oh my gosh, you can't think that way. If men and women work together, we can accomplish a lot.
Well, like in my industry, I'm in IT, and there's not many women even like this. Like when people say, "Oh, they're competing in the job," no, there's only like 1.5% like of my group. Let me see.
This okay.
There's like 10 of us. There's like 3 women who
Yeah.
are they're badass by the
There
way.
are
They're
specific
badass.
like
But
careers where there's more women, like, because I would say like nurses. You know, like there's jobs
what's the
where
percentage of women in nursing industry?
I don't know,
It's
but
more
I'm
women, right?
sure there's
It's
more
70%,
because I
right?
see more of them
Yeah.
wherever.
So what he said is a generalization, right? He's saying, oh, the
Yeah,
whole job market all over the
that's
U.S.
not
Men
true.
have to compete harder. I don't agree with that. My industry only has like 5%, five less than that. Like, there's barely any women there. There's no competition, you know. Let me see. Says the problem is that most men. Oh, thanks for that $10, Maddie Ghost. He says the problem is that most men are simps in the U.S.
What's
These
Sims?
guys simps like weaklings, punk, can't
These
take
guys
charge.
don't need passports. They would ruin the marketplace for choosing women overseas.
These dummies will try to make a pro their wife, a prostitute their wife. Um,
No, that's just not reasonable, not rational
Um,
comment.
I know what he's getting
Or
at.
what?
It's guys who can't get any girls here, and then they go over to Colombia, and when they go to Colombia, they're hooking up with the best, finest woman they've ever
Oh, that's just
seen.
unrealistic,
Well, there's
guys.
different kinds of guys, right? There's guys who that's what they want to do. They want to spend their money on prostitutes or just getting laid because they haven't been able. They don't get any. They can't do it here, so they go over there and do it. So yeah, you got guys like that, you know, and I don't see anything wrong with that. Like you can do what you want, you know, it's your
How in
life.
the world does this work?
Like people like hate. Like I noticed like expats who are living over in Colombia or Dominican Republic or Philippines, and they're it's ruining their market because they have a thing going. So then these guys come from overseas and they're like spending their money on women like crazy, and then the women there are like, "Nah, I want you to spend money on me like this other guy did." And so that's what they're talking. That's what he's talking about.
It's like,
But that's a whole different.
if you got something in you, like, no matter where they're from, if you're like just a good man and you treat a woman like with respect, like you can get somebody like that.
Well,
Because it's like, making it rain, it's not, you can't always make it rain with money.
well, it depends on the situation. Like there's some guys that go over there just to they don't know any better, so women are taking advantage of them. So I do know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but
I mean, it's great to make it rain, but what if
I
you
got I got nothing
you
against
run
those guys
out with
personally.
money?
Like I
What
personally, if
happens?
that's what you want to do with your life, do it.
What in the world? How do you?
Okay. Big Trucker's got some more. Let's see. All right, he says, even if your job line has 5% women, other markets don't. So
Like
you're
what?
saying, so you're saying that it would be better if our market had no women, like in Saudi Arabia. Is that what you're saying? Because I would argue that the fact that the U.S. has allows um, minorities, like okay, so Saudi Arabia, if you've ever been to the Middle East, like I've spent some years in the Middle East, like as a contractor. I used to live there as
Is
a
this like a
contractor,
manual or
and then I
something?
also was in the military there. So I've done probably collectively about 3 years in the Middle East. Middle East is exactly what you're talking about. They don't allow many women in the workforce, very, very small percentage, right? They don't allow minorities in the upper echelons of the workforce. You can be like a maid, or you can clean the streets, or you can be a servant, but it's going to be very hard for you to get into government positions and stuff like that, right? So what they've done is all the majority of people, which is a Muslim Arab man, um, those guys dominate everything, right? The difference between our workforce and theirs is that we allow diversity because the fact that we now you're not going to agree with none of this I'm saying, but because we allow diversity, we can have somebody like Elon Musk, okay? Hear me out. Somebody like Elon Musk, who I don't know if you knew this, but he is an immigrant from South Africa, come here and create 3 different billion-dollar companies because the US allows people to come from all walks of life all over the world, from Africa, from Europe, from China, regardless of whether you're a man or woman or whatever you want to identify yourself as. You can come here and do big, big things because we made our job market so big. We're willing to take genius from all over the world, and that's why the US is so powerful. That's why we have the most innovations, arguably the most innovations. And the only reason that China and Russia and all these other countries are even coming close to our innovations is because they steal it from us. Maddie Go says, as far as jobs, um, get a job in STEM, and there's no competition. That's what I'm saying. There's barely any. I mean, we need people. Like there's really no, like we need more women. Actually, we need as many women as possible because we can't keep. There's not enough of us to do the work. There's not enough of
Yeah.
us. People keep saying, "Oh, there's no jobs. I can't find it." There's not enough of us to do the work. We need more women. We need more foreigners. We need more anyone who can do it. I mean, I don't know about your industry, but I'm specifically in cybersecurity. We need as many people as possible. He says there's no competition. I agree with that. He says I don't have no issues.
For me, I'm like
Don't major.
coming from the Philippines where there's a lot of competition.
Yeah, there's real
Like
competition
where
there.
we apply for a job
Yeah,
and literally I had
yeah, you have
like 20 other people
you're
lined
battling
up.
against people with master's degrees and bachelor's degrees.
Yeah, like just to get an associate
to
sales
work
associate job. Like one
to
time,
work on the front desk in Marriott.
I'm
right.
like, I'm not gonna just
That's competition.
make it like it's like you know, you just have to get it. That's the attitude. Like doesn't matter even if there's 30 people lining up, you have to just when you have to get and work and like just get it. Like you can't even
Yeah.
get
Elon
what you
Musk is
want.
the epitome of corporate welfare. How many dollars in tax subsidies? That wasn't really my point. Like that's a whole nother conversation. My point was that the job market, the reason why US does so well is because they've allowed people from all walks of life from all over the world to come here, not just women, to come here and work and share their ideas and be successful. Like whether or not he's tax welfare and corporate welfare. I actually agree with you on that. One of the rare things I agree with you on, but that's true. Like there's socialism is for corporations. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. But that wasn't my point. My point was that when you make the Saudi Arabia used to be, I don't know if you knew this, but Saudi Arabia and that whole area. If you ever heard of the golden age of Islam, where these guys created algebra. They were the first ones to create a telescope. The glass that I don't know what's called, the optics, like they actually figure out the math to make a glass that can look into space. They've made several inventions, and that was when they were like more accepting of different cultures and stuff, And if you just go through the line of all these different countries who had these explosions of innovations, it's because they start allowing all these ideas and sharing them with one another. And the more they do that, the more. I mean, look at the British Empire. Same thing. British Empire was in China. They were in India. They were in had a colony, penal colony in Australia. Had a colonist here, and they were like having all these innovations. You think those innovations came from one culture? It didn't. They were grabbing them from all over the place. So the wider the scope of people you allow to share ideas, the better. The more women, the better. The more everything. That's just my personal opinion about it. I am in STEM. STEM is actively doing everything it can to pull in females. Absolutely, and it should. We don't have enough people to do our work, man. Like we've been short for 20 years now. We can't it's so bad. Like they'll have one person doing 3 different jobs because we just can't get enough people in to do our work. And I don't know how it is in your field, but cybersecurity can't get
we just can't get enough people.
Can't get enough
It's a
people.
very high level that takes not ordinary people. Like you have to be very smart
Matt
to get that
says,
kind of job.
We hardly have any females at my job. Yeah, we got
Yeah.
out of 10,
IT
15
is-
people, we got maybe 3. Maybe 3. Now, I've been in positions where my boss was a woman. Brilliant. Like not even like not a human. They're not human, man. They're so smart. But yeah, I mean, there was no competition. They made their own business. One of them was a black woman, made her own business, hired me on, and then we were teaching all over the country. So yeah, and I don't know, like there was she didn't have any like real competition. Yeah, there was
been
not
going
enough
for her.
people to do the work. Like she had me flying all over the place because they needed more training. Bruce, what is the best way to get into cybersecurity? Depends on where you are. Like if you're there's certain arenas, there's certain career fields that actually lend themselves to getting into it faster. Like I can name a few. Like if you're doing if you're in banking, like if you're a bank teller, if you are a if you're in healthcare industry, those are two that are really starving for cybersecurity people. And those industries have a specialized flavor of cybersecurity. Like you have to know some of the. I give you a specific example. In healthcare, you have something called HIPAA. And that's not something everybody knows about. So HIPAA it's actually a cybersecurity thing where you have to
Patient's privacy.
right. Like Yuri was trained in it. So Yuri has an actual advantage. She could actually, if she wanted to, get into cybersecurity and she would immediately know that aspect of cybersecurity. So that lends itself to getting into it faster. But if you had no experience and you want to start from scratch, I would say start at home. Like start in your house, like start tearing apart computers, putting them back together, fixing people's computers.
Sister.
Um, put your own network together, add things to your network, learn cybersecurity, learn IT, learn how to fix computers, how components of the computer work. Start from scratch, like learning about computers. Cybersecurity is like a specialized field. You know what I mean? Like you've got a general path like here, and then you got all of these branches that go off of it. You got software engineering, you got forensics investigations, you got auditing, you got firewalls, you've got threat intelligence, and you got cybersecurity, and then cybersecurity has all these other branches. So cybersecurity is like a very specialized thing. You want to first know the basics, which is IT, like how to fix computers, the CPU, how it works with the memory, how it works with storage, how all that stuff works together, and how it can be exploited. Maddie says Republicans are for corporate welfare, lol. Just like when the owner of a sports team wants a new stadium, the taxpayers pay for that. The Democrats keep people unproductive and complacent to get benefits. Um. Okay, I better get off of this thing. I've been talking for a long time.
Okay, it's
Yeah, it's a long time. It's been 2 hours. Let's end this
because
thing.
the USD allows them to dominate in those countries. Can't dominate American women. They have the same access to money that men do.
I don't know where he's getting at with that one. You know what I mean? I rarely
That
agree.
is not.
Yeah, I know,
I
right?
mean,
No,
well,
don't engage.
that is
That's
not.
a whole nother 30-minute conversation.
Well, if you bring your wife back here, you're earning the same dollars again, right?
I don't know.
Okay, guys,
I don't
we
agree
need to end
with
this.
what you're
It's
saying. But I
almost.
love talking to you, man. Thank you for your conversation. I appreciate you
We need
guys.
to get our groceries for
Yeah,
the week.
we gotta go. Thank you for all the donations, guys. I really appreciate it. We may not agree, but I love talking to you guys. I really do. Thanks for the conversation, Big Trucker.
We should we do it on as a live?
What this?
Like that conversation if women should be
You
in the
you
workforce.
said you already said you wanted to do that one.
Yes, I do because it just seems like it's a big deal for men.
For some guys, it is.
God.
Because they feel emasculated. They
Do you feel
less than a
emasculated?
man. No, baby. I would be happy if you made more money than me. I'd be like, yeah. Okay, we gotta go. See you guys later.
Thank you guys